fucking horse.
Is my microphone at an adequate level for the audience?
It is.
Oh, excellent.
Sweet.
That's all we
Very
need
formal.
then. That's can just mute Jigs and I then.
I'd hate to see you waste the audience's time.
I guess we've started, have we?
Have we?
Just so we don't
What are we?
waste
Episode 33.
Yeah.
33.
Wow,
Scotty
33.
Pippen.
Hello, stablemates.
Scotty P.
Scotty P.
Oh,
the
there. Glad
eternal
you had
bridesmaid. Let's name some other bridesmaids in sporting history. Stuart McGill.
something.
Don't know if he was a bridesmaid.
Yeah, he was.
Oh,
He was a classic
I
bridesmaid.
guess so. He
in
would have
Warnie's
been,
Shadow.
He was
Yeah.
a kidnap
No,
victim
yeah,
too, wasn't he? He got
Yeah,
kidnapped.
didn't he turn out to do that?
It was
himself?
weird.
Oh,
No, I don't
allegedly.
know.
I don't know. Some
No,
alleged
that
stuff.
wasn't Stuart McGill.
Yeah, Stewie McGill got kidnapped.
The one in Hawaii where he got
No.
real pissed and...
That was the
No.
golfer.
Oh, that was the golfer. That was, whatever
Yeah.
his name was. Yeah.
Who are some other bridesmaids? If we had it prepared, we could have
but
rattled them
no,
off.
that was that's how your brain works. Yeah.
Come on, there's got to be one. Like,
Clay Thompson.
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
what about
Steph Curry?
Scott Prince? Now we're going.
I think the bridesmaid term is that you've got a superstar here and they're second that was just always
Yeah.
with them.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, not Scott Prince.
I
Matty
don't know.
Bowen to Jonathan Thurston.
No, they're both
Oh,
stars.
they'll both start. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I'll just shut my mouth.
Anyway, back on the horse, episode 3. Let's get stuck into it. Now, what have you been up to? Have you played soccer again? Have you had another game?
Yeah, actually. Oh, this is my phone again. Hold on.
Okay,
I'll leave that. I'll leave that for now.
Turn it off.
Wow.
No, it's content. Every time that rings, we fill up another few seconds of our listeners' valuable time with content.
Yes. Oh, shit.
Although I forgot I played soccer, but I guess that's some content too. So
Yeah.
this is going to be a whole thing now that you brought this up. So yeah,
Can you stop playing with your dick?
Oh, yeah. Is the camera get that? Just check. Okay.
What are you doing?
So yeah, I did play soccer on Friday night at
Look
Logan.
straight back at it.
So
Episode 33, Scott Rash.
so we.
Jock rot.
I've been put back to I've been put back to centre back because our other one's injured, so I'm playing there now.
Right.
And we conceded a goal, and these guys are like second bottom of the table, so we're going out there thinking we can come on. This is going to be a win.
13-1.
Yeah, and then in I reckon the first 60 seconds they scored a goal.
Really?
So we were 1-0 down, and we're trying to do the thing, like score the goal and that. And then at the very end of the game, like towards the end, our striker got cleaned up. Like it was a ball, like got through. He chased onto it, and their goalkeeper cleaned him up big time.
Yeah.
And we're like, that's a penalty.
Yeah.
That has to be a penalty. And the ref blows the whistle. He's like, like we
time.
thought he was
Full
blowing for a pen. It was a full time whistle.
Oh.
And
Did you blow up Deluxe?
a little bit, but
I've seen you blow up at a
he was
ref.
an old, like once that's happened, they're never ever going to change their mind. So you just got to
No.
get on with it.
No.
But and then one of our guys went over to the ref afterwards. He was a really old guy, the ref, and our guy was like, "What about that? Surely that was a pen." And he's like, "Yeah, it probably was."
Oh, really?
Oh, no.
I think he just didn't want the drama.
How old? Old.
Like 80.
Oh, it's
80?
fucking old to be reffing.
Yeah, I reckon 80.
Not 80.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say 50 and go, oh, thanks, cat.
And then, okay, so that's happened.
Wow.
So I'm a bit annoyed about that.
Yeah.
Might even say angry. And I was like, okay, the one thing I want after a Friday night game, I haven't had to be able to eat dinner beforehand.
Oh, this is
because
going to be fast food related.
Yeah,
I can see him winding up.
I haven't been able to eat dinner beforehand because like I can't eat 3 hours before, and it has to be at least 3 hours before a game.
You throw up.
I don't have it. I'm out in the wilderness somewhere in Logan. The only choice I have is to get fast food.
Yep.
So that's a guilt-free fast food.
Yeah.
It's like, and so I'm like, I'm hunting down the KFCs. I'm like, so I look up my phone after we've just lost, mind you.
Yeah.
I look at KFCs near me open, like close, like Google Maps, it was close.
No.
Like really friggin' angry. And then okay, fried chicken. I really want some fucking fried chicken. So then I looked up Red Rooster. I thought Red Rooster.
Yeah.
Because they got a fried chicken range.
Yeah.
And so I looked that up, and it's like 4 minutes just around the corner. And I'm like, fuck yeah. Boys were having like after game beers and stuff, and I was like, sorry, I gotta go.
Gotta go.
I got a fried chicken call coming. So I did that, got in my car, went to the Red Rooster around the corner, And I thought, surely it's not actually open. When does Red Rooster open longer than KFC?
Yeah.
Never. And the light was on. I was like, there's no one in there. The light was on. I was like, okay, maybe. And the menu boards were still on. So I got out of my car, walked up to the front door, and was like just expecting it to be
The
locked.
rattle. Yeah.
And it opened.
And walked in.
And I walked in, and there was a guy there ready to serve me.
Oh.
And I was like, this is amazing. So I look at the menu, and I was just about to order, and he goes, oh, just so you know, we're out of all the fried chicken. So if you want anything that's fried, you can't have it.
Suck shit.
And the only thing we can do is we've got some roast chicken that we can kind of just like crush up the chicken and put it on your burger for you if you want. And I was just like, yeah.
Wow.
So that was...
Yeah.
That's how
So
my
what did
sock
you do?
came.
Don't
I-
leave us hanging after all that shit.
I got him to crush up the roast chicken and put it on a burger for
But
me.
you didn't get fried chicken.
No.
Have you had it since over the weekend? Did you get a fix?
Yeah, I did because I went to the dump and near Capera, the Ferny Grove dump, which is near Bunnings, which is near KF.
KFC.
And I pulled in, and by the time I got there, it was like 11:30. At least lunchtime. I'm working hard.
Yeah.
I deserve this. And so I went in and got myself a Zinger box, and it was really, really good.
Very good.
Yeah.
Excellent. That's
So
a good
happy
weekend.
ending there.
Yeah, happy ending. We love them. What about you, mate?
How long we got left, Ben?
About done.
Okay, good app.
Yeah.
What about me?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, I don't know now. Just some shit happened.
Yeah.
Nothing interesting food. I bought some new golf clubs.
You picked them up?
I haven't picked them up. I rang them impatiently. 1 week after I ordered them, I rang them impatiently and said, how long do you think they'll be? And they're going to be like another 3 or 4 weeks.
Oh.
So now I'm paying.
These are the
golf
graphite
club
ones?
shit club. No, steel.
Steel. You got steel.
He's on the phone over there.
Oh, is it?
Like his turn's over, so he's fucking on the phone.
Let me know when it's my turn to talk again.
Oh, wow.
This is fucked.
I do want a fence today, and I'll just chat to you about it.
Yeah, he's busy.
But I was thinking about
I've got a leaking shower, right? I've got to sort it out.
leaky bowel. And it was a weird moment because I was working on my own, and I thought, aren't fences a bit weird? Because, like, if you look at fences, and there's fences, every property has fences. And then there's boundaries, and then there's states.
It's going to be metaphorical, like putting up fences and boundaries.
Well, I
and
don't know,
stuff.
because it was really weird, because I went, if you zoom out, there's no actual lines on the country for divide the states, is there?
On Australia.
On Australia.
Well, some of them's a river, like
A river like we
But
do
no,
for
like-
Queensland and New South Wales.
No, like Donald Trump walls and
walls.
shit.
Yeah. And then, like, the whole world's like that, isn't it?
Yeah.
And but
But
it got divided up into countries and states and then cities. Then the cities get divided up into suburbs, and the suburbs get divided into properties. And each property has a fence. It's just, but if you zoom out,
You say, why is there fences on properties but not the really important things like states and countries and stuff?
Because it's
Yeah.
public land where everyone can come and go.
yeah, I know, but
But that's private land where you can't just
Yeah, what's
come
the
and
point of
go.
a fence?
yeah.
keep-
I think you get a
Keep
dog.
people off your private property.
But I saw some shows in America, and a lot of them don't have fences.
No.
Yeah.
I've noticed that too.
Isn't it weird?
Yeah.
I've
They're
been
more
looking-
social, maybe?
I have been
Maybe.
looking, actually. I've had a similar thought.
I'd
'Cause
hate to not have a fence.
I
Yeah.
like looking at fences, especially once I've realised a lot of those white picket fences are made of PVC.
Yeah.
And so me and
Are
the
they?
boys, me and the boys play the game of like PVC or wood. PVC. Oh, wood.
Yeah.
But
it's one of those things as well where do you actually know your neighbours?
Yeah.
I don't want to know my neighbours.
Well,
Exactly.
I was looking.
Isn't that a weird...
That's why there's fences are good.
Actually,
Yeah.
no. This is exact. Yeah, I was looking at your mum's house because I was looking at the gutters.
Oh, here we
Seriously.
go. This is a gutter update.
Gutter update. We can come back to the gutter update because we'll get back. But I was actually looking and had this thought at the fence between your mum's house and the. Can I say the surname of the
the
people?
acreage, the Kings.
No, I thought it was the Brevels.
No, they're one over from
Okay,
that.
well, the Kings.
Yeah.
And the fence, it's just like I think it's some
It's just
star
wire.
pickets and just 2 wires.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking, what's the actual point of that? Like,
Yeah.
a dog can get through, anyone can get
Anyone.
through.
Well,
What is the
if you look
actual?
closer, there is actually wire
Mesh.
attached to those wires because they've got a dog, so it
Mesh?
can't get out.
On the bit that's on your mum's driveway.
Oh, out the front, no, there's
Yeah.
nothing. I
That's
think
weird,
it's
and
just.
I was just thinking
they
the exact
used-
same
well,
thing.
I think it's there because they used to have cattle,
Oh,
so
yes,
they
cattle.
couldn't get the cows couldn't come through it and shit.
All right, I guess
It's just
that's
been
a
there
reason.
forever.
But that, and it
This
reminded me
has
of
fucking
then.
been a real good start.
But I mean, look, even when they close the borders, Remember with COVID, and they closed the borders, and it was kind of like state.
And they put those
against state
bloody the barriers there.
yeah, but it's an imaginary line.
But then, fucking people, like families that were stuck on either side of the border, they met at those barriers and just put their dinner on top of the barriers and were just eating meals together.
And we're hugging each other and that.
Yeah.
Over the barriers.
Yeah.
Oh, it's weird. Anyway, I just had one of those moments today where I just went,
It's like the lines on the road. If you
Yeah.
remove the road lines, it's chaos.
it's chaos
wondering
anyway.
where
There's a
you're
lot of fuckheads out there driving. Yeah. Well, anyway, let's move on to
But
this.
no, but I didn't get graphite shafts.
Oh, you got steel.
I got steel shafts.
Yeah,
Okay.
but there was a moment where you were backtracking and you were like, just so you know, they've really improved the technology lately. So if I get graphite, it's
they
not
have.
because I'm not.
But I didn't get graphite.
But you,
Yeah.
you still sit down to pee, though.
I do. In the morning, I do. When I'm tired, or like in the middle of the night, I'm sitting down to pee. Ain't you? In the middle of
No.
the night, the lights off.
No,
No, not really, no.
So how do you
never.
How do you know where you're pissing?
Turn the light on.
But what if you don't want to turn
Turn the
light on?
lamp
I do
on.
want to
I've got
turn
it.
it on.
My ensuite's very close to the bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yes.
I had a moment with the club fitting though, and I told Scott about it.
yeah.
And he was so angry.
Oh,
I'm surprised he didn't bring it up, so I'm just going to.
yeah, right.
So I did a fitting where I tried like 3 or 4 different brands of clubs, and it's a sim.
Yep.
So you're hitting it into the
Curtain.
screen, and on the screen there's a yellow line.
Yep.
Vertical down the screen, and that's the line that you're aiming for. So they've still got like the fairway behind it and shit, but that's the line you're aiming for.
Yeah.
I was hitting it so consistently. The guy said to me at the end of my club fitting, he said, that is the most consistent club fitting I've ever done.
Oh, really?
So so he's
Very
been
good.
working in golf shops for years. That guy,
Yeah.
and he's never seen as good a golfer as him.
No, never seen as
Well,
consistent.
consistency is
of
basically
fishing.
golf, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. And so
Another-
what, can you say what brand you got? Yeah.
Don't
Yeah,
you
I
want to
got
see if you can
Coke.
get sponsorship first before you waste
Yeah,
it?
I mean, I'm open. I am 100% for sale.
Yes. Media
I got
hall.
Cleveland,
Oh, okay.
So-
which is the same as my current irons.
I was
So I've got new
thinking,
ones.
do you remember, were you there? I think you were. We did that camping trip like 10 years ago. And we took some golf clubs there
yeah.
out with us at Big Riggin. And we had some golf balls and we were hitting golf balls up this hill and landing them on this kind of flat area where some other campers were. And
Yeah.
we're just chipping up. Well, us shit golfers were just doing chips onto the hill, but he was like smoking them like way up in like with a wedge, full wedge shot up in the air and landing them on the top plateau thing.
Oh, yeah.
And there was a family camping like right next to there with a kid, like a 4-year-old kid just walking around, and he's landing balls about 10 meters, 10
them.
meters next to the kid. And the,
The
dad
camp.
came out
Yeah.
and was like quite upset about
Yeah.
like what we were doing.
Yeah.
And then he was like, Jigs was like, can someone just go up there and tell him how good I am? Like, I'm fully.
No, I
I'm
said
fully-
I was going to go up there.
Yeah, it's all right. I'll just go up
I'll
and
just
tell
go
him
tell him how good I am, and then he won't be worried anymore.
I reckon we should try to get back in contact with that guy and just give him those results from the.
How many
the
times
thing.
did I hit his kid?
Well, the consistency.
It was
You're the
it
most
was
consistent
outstanding.
golfer that guy at the golf shop has ever seen.
And that guy at camping.
And we've got data. I reckon we could line up the dates, get the records, and go tell the guy live on the podcast.
I remember
we'll
we
go
were
interview
hitting
him.
him into the fire.
Scott's been
pits.
very nice to me. I think he's on my side in this one, not being.
That reminds me of a
nasty.
camping trip where we got shot at. When,
What?
Were we there? No.
No, it was my mates from school, and we went camping out at one of the weirs. I can't remember which one it was years ago, and there was young guys down on one side of the river, and we were up on the opposite side of the river, but up a bit, and then there was another older guys camped beside us, and one of the young hoons come riding around on his bloody dirt bike and was doing donuts around our camps, and dust and shit was flying everywhere.
Yeah.
So one of the old guys beside us grabs this lump of timber and cracks old mate on his bike. So he gets back on his bike, goes down to his camp and shoots a gun over the top of us towards the old guy's camp. We could hear it going through the trees over the top of us.
God.
So they went and they had to drive because it was before mobile phones. So they went and rang a farmer or something, got the cops out and everything, and then and they packed up and fucked off the
The kids.
old guys.
The old guys, yeah.
And the young guys went as well. But one of the old guys, he's like, "Nah, I'm staying here." And golly, my mate said, "Yeah, camp with us, mate." and then golly had to drive him back to Brisbane the next day.
That would have been
And he stole golly's shoes. Yeah. No, those were the days. Yeah.
My brother is a very, very good golfer.
Yep.
He's actually a really good golfer. And we used to play at our local course that I'm a member of now. But a while ago, it got bought out by this Japanese company, and they were going to turn it into Brisbane International Golf Course, which was a fucking joke because it's this tiny little country course.
Yeah.
So when that happened, they jacked up the membership prices like 3 times, and we all fucked off. So some people went here and some people went there. We all joined different clubs, but I quit golf at that point. But then it got bought again, like that failed, and then it got rebought. Scotch chewing ice. It got rebought again.
Yeah.
And some of the members started coming back, but my brother stayed at another course. But then when he moved back home with my parents, he thought, fuck it, I'll just join again. Like, it's close. I'll join here and I'll be a member of 2 courses. Must be nice. But nobody knew him. So then club championships came around, and there was this guy there who was a member at the time, and he was a bookie.
Yeah.
So he started taking a book on the club championships.
Oh, really?
But nobody knew Tubby, my brother. And so our mate Banksy was going, oh, yeah, you got to run a book on him. Like, give him odds of 5-1, something like that.
Yeah.
And there weren't that many good golfers there at the time. And Tubby was just like, yeah, I got this. He was confident.
Big bet on
So
himself.
the guy goes, all right, fuck it, I'll give you 5-1. And he writes in his book. Tubby went to the ATM and got $1,000 out.
Put it on
And
himself.
put it on himself.
Really?
And at that point, the guy goes, oh, I'm being fucking had here. He goes, I'll give you 4-1. Tubby goes, righto. He won club champs by 28 shots. and made a cool $4,000. He just knew, I've got this. There's no one out here who's anywhere close.
Wow. That's
$4
great.
grand.
4K. Well,
you
speaking
go.
of golf, you in the sports wrap, you got something to...
Oh, it's a bit of a sad term, but I was just going to throw out there there was a guy in the PGA this weekend who, after 2 rounds, he pulled out of the championship, 4 rounds in a championship. He pulled out, just wasn't feeling real good and committed suicide overnight. So,
Yeah.
it was a bit sad. And
Only 30 or something, wasn't he?
30 years old,
Unreal.
battled mental health issues his whole life. So, it's that whole thing we're big on. You and I talk about it all the time, but it's not weak to speak. So if you're feeling low, talk to your mates and shit, because it was a bit sad.
Yeah.
Seeing all the guys telling all the stories about him. His name's Grayson Murray. But yeah, pretty sad story. So
Yeah, there's always someone out there who'll listen, so...
Yep, that's right. And always reach out to your mates and ask if they're doing okay. And you and I always do that for each other. So yeah, bit of a sad one.
Yeah, all right. Well, State of Origin teams have been named.
Yeah, they swung the axe a bit, didn't they?
It's only a week and a half till the first game.
Who replaced Money? Was it...
Dearden.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
Not,
Dearden's in.
Not
Yep.
Ezra.
Not Ezra. I think Ezra's 18th man or
is he?
19th man or something
Okay.
like that. Yeah, and Fafita's not in the team, David Fafita, which was a big out, I thought, because you listen to New South Welshmen, they go, oh, thank fuck, he's not playing. So when you hear that, you're like, oh, put him in.
Put him in.
Yeah, so, and Tedesco got dropped for New South Wales,
So who's fullback?
Dylan Edwards from Penrith.
Okay.
I reckon
And he
that's
was
the biggest
captain?
one, Tedesco getting dropped. That's a big call.
Yeah, be a good game. And new coach for New South Wales, Maguire. I think they've got 6 debutants, and we've got 1, Jermaine Hopgood from Parramatta. So a young hook. He's a lock. That's right. Yeah. So that should be
So
interesting.
Wednesday next week,
Yeah.
one
Yeah, it'll be on. We'll be,
prediction. You're always a little bit of a pessimist.
Yeah.
You don't
And
wanna
you're
get your
similar to
hopes
me
up.
with Collingwood. Like,
I reckon the energy and that from New South Wales, I think they'll get us in the first one. I don't know. But I think that a lot, and I'm always, and I'd rather be wrong than right.
That's it.
in the AFL tipping comp.
On Sunday, Broncos Titans, I'm like, oh, Bronx will shit this in.
Yeah.
Nah, fucking
Nah, they
lost
sure
by 2
didn't.
points.
Yeah.
So yeah, and that was and they got 4 or 5 of their best players out, the Titans. So and Broncos were nearly full squad. So yeah. Anyway, so looking forward to that.
Going back to the golf for a sec, we haven't recorded for a while. Did you see at the PGA Championship what happened with Scotty Scheffler?
Oh, getting
He got arrested.
Yeah.
He got arrested. He got taken to jail.
That's
He was
crazy,
in
isn't
jail
it?
for 3 hours.
Yeah.
Came back and he shot 5 under.
5 under, yeah.
Shot fucking 5 under.
Unreal,
After
isn't it?
getting arrested.
Yeah.
What a
Crazy.
wild ride. Golf's dishing up some bloody controversy this
I
year.
wonder if that
Yeah.
was planned.
What?
Just get some
This
viewership.
was a rogue cop or something, wasn't it? Or
Yeah, and now they've because he drove past a barricade, and the first reports were that he dragged a cop for 15 metres with his car or something. But now a video has been leaked from that officer's in trouble too because he didn't have his body cam turned on.
Oh.
So he's been reprimanded for that. They didn't know who he was.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, okay. All right, pies. You got something you want to talk about the pies?
yeah. Now we talked about draws in football.
Yeah.
A week or two ago. Collingwood had another draw.
Yeah.
So there's been 3 draws in the AFL so far this year, and we're only, halfway-ish? The record is 5. 5 in a season.
Yeah.
And there's already been 3.
3, yeah.
But did you see the free kick that was given against Collingwood 15 metres out from goal right in front with 40 seconds left?
No, I didn't see it, no.
So there was a stoppage, which in AFL is a ball up. So the guy was on the ground. The Collingwood player was on the ground. He got tackled. And he, as he was getting up, chucked the ball up to his teammate, Nick Dacos, who then gave it straight to the umpire. And the umpire
no, I
blew the
did see that,
whistle
yeah.
and said,
You have to
no,
give it
free
straight to
kick,
him."
you have to give it straight to me. Now, that rule was brought in for time wasting because they
Yeah.
would pass
That's
around and
right,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it was quicker what he did. He flicked it up to his teammate who handed it straight to the umpire.
Yeah,
Now, that's at the dying seconds, 15 metres out in a close game.
yeah.
Surely common sense has to come
Yeah.
into adjudication of sport.
What's have they done a review of that decision? Have the umpires stood by it, or
Well, I don't know that, but what I can say is before the season started, they had a big thing where umpires were saying, we're going to bring common sense back to umpiring. And they have done, for the most part. The same thing happened in the Hawks Brisbane game.
Oh,
and they didn't blow the whistle
They
on that
didn't,
one in
yeah.
the middle of the game, in the middle of the field.
Inconsistencies of it.
do you
Yeah.
think they should make a different decision 40 seconds out, or should should that be irrelevant if it's 40 seconds and it's a tied game or whatever?
I think that's irrelevant. It's
It's-
just common sense.
Yeah.
He didn't slow the game down
Yeah.
deliberately with this act.
Yeah.
I find Australian sport, not just AFL, I find Australian sport in general to be over adjudicated. And
Yeah.
I'll give you an example. You know the NBA? Sometimes you'll see someone do a dunk and the bench will get up and half of them are out on the court. They're
Yeah.
celebrating. They're on the court.
Yeah.
Now, they don't get in anyone's way.
Yeah.
So, and then they move back off.
Yeah.
If that was an Australian sport, it'd be like, nope, you've crossed that line there,
Yeah.
penalty.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
it's
is-
hard to know when to be slippery slope versus, you know,
Yeah.
if you let something go, does it just... If they just make the rule clear, that line right there,
Yeah.
if you put 1 millimeter of your
Yeah,
shoe on it,
yeah.
you're gone.
Yeah.
Like, is that just easier than... I don't know. It's a
Yeah,
hard
If something
one.
weird.
doesn't affect the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know
Well,
what?
that affected the outcome, didn't it?
Oh, well, it was a draw because of that.
Because of that, yeah.
I've got a weird compulsion at soccer games, like just at our shitty little...
Yeah. It's still a comp,
team.
mate. It's,
Yeah.
yeah.
When
Nowhere
I'm-
near a convenient KFC.
Yeah, when I'm not involved in the game, like it's the game before or the game after or something, and I'm walking along the sideline, I can't help myself but cut the corner.
Oh,
I
yeah.
just go on the field
Yes.
for a little bit. I feel like I'm just tempted. I just want them to have a go, like the ref to have a go at me over it.
I was
I don't know why. I just
I was
I
at
think
my
I-
I was at my
I've done
9-year-old
that.
soccer last week, and the play was all up this end of the field, and this 70-year-old man who was just clueless. He was carrying he had his paper under one arm and he had his fold-out chair under the other, and he was just walking straight down the middle of their field. He didn't know who was there, and he was just walking straight, and then he all of a sudden panicked and had to run off the field. It was just gold.
Well, AFL, Benji's team,
10-1,
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Going hard.
How good's that, mate?
Very
so
good.
that means
Yeah.
they're
top
up
of the
top.
table.
Okay.
Yeah. I think they're 2 games clear or something now. Yeah.
2
Yeah.
games clear, yeah.
Pretty good.
Well, they were. I think Geelong was second, but then Geelong's had that fall from grace. They lost.
Oh, they got flogged, didn't they?
They lost to Gold Coast by 80 or something like
Something
that.
like that, yeah.
They
It was a
got
flogging.
flogged. And then Tom Hawkins' record breaking game on the weekend, they lost again in Geelong to GWS.
Yeah.
Scott's smirking at something.
I was
What's
just
he
thinking
got?
of a funny.
Here we go.
Do
Here
you
we
guys know who
go.
Peter Crouch is?
Oh, the name sounds familiar.
He's a English footballer. He was in, I want to say Liverpool.
Right.
He was an English striker as well.
Right.
Really tall, thin striker guy. Anyway.
Right.
And he's got quite an attractive wife or girlfriend.
Right. You're going to show us her?
Wag.
Nah. And this is this Twitter conversation.
You had?
Oh, no, I just saw it as a screenshot. So you can't see that, but yeah, that's Peter Crouch and his wife.
Yeah.
All right.
And Peter Crouch says, "Congratulations, Man City. You really were a shark team this season." Then this other guy replied to that comment saying, "Top man, I promise to stop wanking over your wife now, Pete." And then Peter Crouch has replied saying, "That would be great. Thanks, mate."
Oh, brilliant. Oh, wow.
Very funny.
That's excellent. And you got another one up there. Uni worker.
Oh, that was... Oh, actually, should we talk about the chairs? We got the new set.
Oh, the new chairs.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm very comfortable.
They are. This is way better than the other one. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well
I
done.
knew
Yeah.
it went backwards. And
Yeah.
then it went flying.
Yeah.
So...
Very good.
This is really weird because this chair I'm sitting in right now is the one that Leggy used to sit in
Is it?
in the middle,
Okay.
and I think you weren't as big a fan of it.
Yeah.
So we got rid of the old ones that me and Jig sit in, and we replaced them with these. So I was driving along. There's this place just around the corner from me, which is like a kind of a dirt patch next to the road, where people seem to put stuff.
Ah.
And so I got these chairs there like 2 weeks ago or something like that. I was taking Lucas to a play day, and I was already like pushing it for time of being there. And we saw him, and I was like, yeah, I had to stop. I was like, look, I know,
There's
Lucas,
no way.
you're going to be late, mate, but we
need
in
these.
life. This is a lesson.
Dad's on a hot one here.
Yeah. Lucas, in life, when you see an opportunity, you take it. So we pulled over, and I'm looking at them. They're awesome. Like
They're
they're
very good.
Lazy Boy brand.
Yeah.
Recliner.
They are very
Rocking
comfortable.
chair. Comfy as. Like great condition.
I wonder if someone was like moving house.
That's what I'm wondering. Because, so yeah, anyway, I pulled over and I was like, I wanted to call Aaron and say, oh, can you come and do it? Like, I'll go home, get the trailer, did it. And I was like, no, I can't do that because these will go, I
They'll
reckon.
go, yeah.
And even when I was there, two people stopped.
Really?
Like one guy stopped and then saw I was onto it and then zoomed off. And then this van came. So I reckon they'd actually
Seen him
come back with their van and I was already loading him in. So I had to fit him in my boot, not a tray. Like I couldn't leave the scene.
Or they were there to pick them up.
You know, your chair.
Yeah.
I found this on the same
really?
spot side of the road about 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And it's really weird. Like black leather,
Home furniture
reclining.
business.
I'm wondering, is that a home furniture business? And they leave the stuff out there to get picked up or something, and I'm just stealing their stuff.
Yes. You've done well though.
Yeah, they're pretty
great.
comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ben's probably going to have a nightmare with the recording with all these noises that we're making in
I
there.
can't hear it. Oh, but I'm half deaf, but that's all right. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they're very good.
Yeah.
Well
So,
done.
yeah.
Yes. And now you're a uni worker?
Oh, that was more of what I've been up to. It's not
okay,
that
that's
exciting.
right. Yeah. All right.
Well, there's an app. There's an app out there called UniWorker, which I've started using. It's uni students. It's like an Airtasker, but uni students are the workers.
Okay.
So it's stuff that you want a uni student to do, like just garden stuff or like cleaning or anything that they can do.
Oh, yeah.
And what did you give him at the end of his job?
Oh, no, yeah. So I had a
You
guy
tell
come
the
over. He
listeners
helped
what
with
you
some,
gave
just
him.
pulling some weeds out and all that sort of stuff, which was good. And I forgot how far alcohol can go. I reckon.
So you didn't pay him?
No, I did. I paid through the app and everything. We did
Right.
what was
Okay.
agreed,
Yeah.
through the app. And then, like, we're just talking at the end. He was like, we're just talking about alcohol. And he said,
you do.
he said he wasn't really a beer drinker, but he's trying and all that sort of stuff. And he said,
He's trying.
yeah,
I'm trying to get addicted.
it's a fun age.
Did you tell him I'm not trying?
He was
And I
actually
can't stop.
an engineering student as well. And I was like, mate, you want to fix that.
Yes. You'll be needing beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he said he liked some Jamaican stuff, something he had with ginger or something. I said, mate, have you tried Kraken, like the spiced rum with ginger beer? He's like, no, I haven't tried it. And so I went up, after we finished loading the trailer, I went upstairs and I thought, I think I might have some Kraken in my liquor section. And I did. I had a bottle, probably about a quarter left in it.
Yeah.
And I thought, I'll just give this to him to try. So I took it down, just a quarter bottle of Kraken.
Yeah.
You should have seen his eyes. Like, he was flabbergasted
really?
at that, like being given a quarter bottle of used Kraken.
Was a uni student.
Yeah. And I just thought I could have probably just given him a full bottle for the whole
Jobs.
8 hours work.
Oh, wow.
So,
Very good.
Anyway,
Excellent.
try it out. I do recommend it. UniWorker.
UniWorker.
It's a
Oh,
very
there you
new
go.
app, so there's a few kinks in the app, but
Yeah.
yeah, heaps of applications at reasonable prices.
Yeah.
Are we
Okay.
sponsored by that app?
No, not yet.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, gee, you were just talking like we were.
Yeah.
All right. Ben's got a dad hack.
Yeah, I do actually.
Yeah.
Now, I had the horrible feeling as I'm lining up for this that I did this one last time. So if I have, we'll just cut it out.
Repeated content. No. I maintain
Yeah.
that people have not catalogued everything in their brain that we've ever said in the 32 past episodes.
Yeah,
So it's okay to just say it again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but if I did say it, it was last episode. I can't remember.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, so yeah, please stop me. So you know, kids suck at getting stuff done, like
Yeah.
like anything around the house,
Like the dishwasher.
loading the dish or stuff like that. I worked out a dad hack to get that stuff done. So every Friday night we clamp the house, we do all the vacuuming, dishes, everything, get it ready for Friday night. Usually there's a Swans game on, so
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
just don't get them involved. Just don't get the kids to help. If you just do it yourself, it is peaceful and quick.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just put some music on.
Yeah,
Get them the fuck out of there and just do it yourself.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
gold.
true.
Yeah.
We got it done in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Smiles on our face.
Yeah.
Tell them
And-
you're not doing it properly.
And I think the thing is, like, the opposite thought of that is, no, they should bloody well do this.
Yeah.
But we're going to get them back. They're going to have kids of their own.
Yeah.
And they're going to have to go through the exact same thing. And we're going to sit there as grandparents and just be like, ha ha, this
In a
is
pros
funny.
and cons list next to each other, there's no pros to getting them to help.
Well,
You have to, every step you have to instruct them. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
3.5 cubic meters of bark at my parents' place on Sunday morning.
Yeah,
Me and
how
my
many-
brother did it. And I thought to myself, Cameron's 13 now. When I was 13, I was helping my grandparents in their yard and shit. Like I was mowing for them and stuff. It's time
Yeah.
he fucking helped.
Yeah.
So I said, mate, you got friends coming over later. In the morning, we're going to go and help Granddad in the yard. So I took him down. And he was bitching and moaning about it. He was texting me from the other end of the house because he couldn't even be fucked getting up to him. He was he was texting me, Dad, do I have to come? And I replied, yes. And then I got a text that said, why do I have to come? So anyway, I took him with me, and it was net negative.
Yeah,
Like it was
it is,
net negative, his involvement in this thing.
Yeah.
Like I was wheelbarrowing it up and back, and I got him to spread it.
Yeah.
And I was trying to teach him, spread it real thin, mate. It doesn't need to be thick. You want it to go a long way. So then we had to go and get another load of bark. So he went with my brother to get it. And while he was out, I had to get a bucket and redo all the shit that he'd done.
Yeah.
Spread it a lot
It's
better.
just not worth it. That's,
No,
It's a
yeah,
fine
you're right.
line, isn't it?
I did have a proud dad moment though. I shit on the kids a lot, but this is a good one.
Yeah.
That same night, Ellie came down and said, we were talking about something. She said, oh, Dad, what's the time? And I pressed my phone on, and it popped up 9:11. And I said, oh, it's 9:11. And she went, oh. I was in stitches for hours.
She's got your sense of humour.
Oh, that's very good.
Rolling around the ground. She told me not to tell you.
So you've not only told us, but on live,
Yeah.
not live, live's a strong word.
Ben's kids were at my house on Sunday, and I came home, and Ellie and Ali were in the lounge room on their devices playing. They were playing Roblox, and I walked into the room. And I said, "What are you girls up to?" And Ellie looked at me like the look in her eye was, clearly you can see what we're doing. I laughed. I was like, "That's very funny."
Yeah. Excellent. All right. What the fucks? I've got a couple. A quick one I've got is I've seen it a lot lately. Is the footy players chewing gum?
During their playing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
while they're
seen that
playing.
too.
Swallow it or inhale it or something?
Wouldn't you get if you
Yeah.
got hit or something? Wouldn't you? Yeah. Well, they might spit it out later or something. I don't know. I see them
That's.
lined up for the national anthem, whatever. And
I
they're
hate
chewing gum.
unflavoured gum.
Are they chewing it with their mouth guarded?
Some are. Yeah, it's weird. Or they're chewing it at the beginning of the game, and then they might be spitting it out on the field or something.
Well, that's
somewhere, but-
fucking annoying. That's
Yeah.
actual chewy on your boot.
Yeah, it
Don't you
is.
hate chewing gum once it's lost its flavour, though?
I hate that.
Oh, yeah,
Your jaw gets sore.
Well, I just find it makes me want to gag or
I
something.
don't know. I thought you didn't have a gag reflex. I don't chew chewing gum. I don't or anything like
How
that.
good.
Yeah, but playing sport, especially like contact sport. What are you chewing gum
Yeah.
I've
for?
seen it in the
bit
basketball
weird.
a lot. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
What
it's
is
weird.
it?
Yeah.
How good is Great
It
Hubba
looks
Bubba?
cool.
Great Hubba Bubba.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The girls like
Hubba
that.
Bubba tape.
Yeah.
Not the tape. No,
My kids are into the tape.
no,
at
the
the moment.
like
Yeah,
the
the
rectangular
tape.
prism one is the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The tape ones, it's all oxidized. It's got the anti-caking agent on it. Like the
God, you're hard to please, eh?
But I like the first 15 seconds of chewing some Hubba Bubba
Yeah.
bubble
Yeah,
gum. But
but
then you
then-
got to just get rid of it before it gets too flavourless.
15
Bland.
seconds of
Yeah.
magic.
Yeah,
Just like
that's
you in the bedroom.
yeah. Well, this is
Yeah.
magic.
My other what the fuck. My other what the fuck was that Singapore Airlines turbulence. Did you hear about that?
Is that where the person died?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
New fear unlocked.
Oh, really?
It was
I
like
saw
50 people.
I saw a pilot on TikTok explaining it today, and when you listen to his explanation of it, where he makes it clear this is extremely rare, and it's something to do with the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere, and there's a wind
Okay.
situation in between the two with the two forces.
Okay.
Yeah.
And he said that line moves based on time of year, time of day, all that kind of shit, and that plane was in that.
Yeah.
And that's why it happened.
Oh.
But when you hear him talk about how fucking insanely rare it is, it puts you a bit at
But
ease.
it's still
You're
that
not
it
a good-
happened.
You're not a good flyer.
So
either.
what happened?
Not anymore.
It was just
No.
the
It dropped.
and it like people hit their head or something.
Well, they were standing up, and one guy died,
Yeah,
killed
he
one
died.
guy, and there was like 50 people with injuries, and there was there 4 or 5 Australians still in critical care.
Yeah, they got spinal. Like some can't feel from the waist down. Like they just They broke the whole roof of the plane. That's how hard they hit the roof.
Yeah. And then a guy came down to talk to, an Australian guy came down to talk to a journalist, and they stopped him.
The airline stopped him.
Yeah. The doctors and all that stopped him from talking to the journalist. Yeah. The journalist was going to buy him coffee and everything. He's had his robe on and walking down with the, bloody drip and all that. And they said, no, you're not doing it. And so it was a bit weird. But, yeah.
Yeah,
it was-
controlling the story.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? That's
Yeah.
brutal. Yeah. And it's happened again today or yesterday. Another one going to England or something.
Yeah, I think
It
that's
was
the
like-
one where the person died that I was just talking
Yeah.
about.
Well, they died in the first one, but he died.
Oh,
in
the
first
heart
one.
attack.
Yeah.
There was another one happened today, I think.
Yeah, that's the one I
Jesus.
was talking about.
All right. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Not as bad, but yeah, still 8 people injured or something. And yeah, I'm like,
I don't know how the
fuck.
plane doesn't crash from that.
Yeah, it's a massive, must have been a massive drop. So
Now, I've got it for fuck's sake.
yeah,
What the fuck is with... I understand after a loss in sport, coaches are cranky.
yep.
But I fucking hate watching a coach in the press conference, which they have to do after the game, but they won't answer a simple fucking question.
Yeah, this is a
So
big
Mick
child.
Malthouse used to be a fucking nightmare at it. Like, they'd ask a simple question and he'd have to give them grief over it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
but there was one in the NBA the other day where Halliburton from the Pacers did his hamstring, and all the guy asked was, has he re-injured, like he had that hamstring injury earlier in the season, has he re-injured the same one? And he just didn't want to give the guy a fucking straight answer. He was just like, I don't know. How would I know? I've just got it. How would I know? How would I know? It's like, it's a straightforward fucking question. Just give him a fucking answer. I can't stand it though. Why do they have to be such dickheads?
Yeah.
I don't know.
A lot of pressure and that on them, but they, just fucking answer it. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, there you go.
Have you got one? Oh, what the fuck? For fuck's sake?
No, let's
you
just see what
don't.
else. I wrote this down. EcoBot.
Oh, right.
Is that a noun one?
Well, we don't know what it is. You
Okay,
just
well, I
wrote
had a moment.
EcoBot.
Okay, so there's this. We've talked about. I want to risk repeating content, but you get those moments, and it was the example of it that I had at work, which I've coined the term, which I won't use the term because it's a client's business name,
Right.
and it could be defamatory. But so there's this particular client who was quite high maintenance and challenging to work with, and they would always email me with stuff they wanted to change on their website.
And you spent so much time on that, you got RSI on your wrist.
Yes.
Yes.
No, it wasn't that client. It was a different client.
Different one. Okay.
But and so every time I'd see this client's name in my inbox, it'd just be like this. Oh,
Sniff bottle.
yeah. But then occasionally I'd just get their newsletter,
Yeah.
and I'd see the name. I'd be go, oh, and then I'd look and I'd go, oh, it's just a newsletter. I don't have to do anything. And it was
great.
better than if nothing had happened
At all,
Like
yeah.
if I just had, yeah. So anyway, I had a moment And you know how I had that business idea, the Better Than Branson business idea? You can sign up for this service.
Yep.
Where I'll like say stuff like, hey, really sorry to tell you, but there's
dog's
been an
dead."
accident. And,
Just kidding. Dog's not
I
dead.
was like, oh, sorry, you're not Mrs. Smith, you're Mrs. Smythe. Oh, no, your family's fine. It's all good. Like, and then you're like, yeah.
Oh, great. Yeah.
I feel that good for the Smith family, though.
Yeah.
So I had this moment. So let me think about what it was now.
Oh, shit. Jesus Christ.
What actually was it? So
Ladies and gentlemen of the stablemates,
This is that memory thing again. He's consulting
this
his
is
phone.
early dementia.
We've been worrying about him for 3 episodes in a row now.
what is my story?
I hope this goes nowhere.
You're in a dead end street, Russ.
You wrote down Ecobot.
I know what it is. I can't remember what happened. So, okay, it was to do with a box of TV snacks. And I don't know if you know. I don't know.
Oh, fuck me. Just put it in me and spin it around or something.
I don't know if you know how fucking
Put it in
awesome
me and get a shaker.
TV snacks. How good are they? Is that you guys had them?
Bumper.
Yeah.
The malt ones, they're the best.
Yeah, the Mocha are great too, but this is just the regular TV snacks. Have
So
you
they're
guys had
like the
TV
star
snacks?
shape and
Yeah.
stuff.
They are deceptively good.
My mum has them in
No.
the fridge
I don't
every
think
time you
they're
go there.
deceptively good. They're just good.
Well,
No one's deceived by
no,
them.
they're just really, really good. Anyway, and
deceptively
I have this
good.
thing with them where, like, what I love doing is putting one in my mouth and letting the chocolate melt, and so it's just the biscuit left,
Yeah.
and then the biscuit gets all soggy from my saliva, I guess.
I like
Taste
to
the
do that
biscuit.
with
And then the biscuit-
crunchy, and you get the honeycomb thing on your tongue.
Yeah, we're not talking about crunchy right now.
Can you put the Taste the Biscuit song in there? Taste the biscuit.
Anyway, but it's a real test of patience to see if you can not chew the TV snack while
You're a
it's-
real
while
test of
while it's,
patience.
like the chocolate's melting.
Right.
Anyway, so I'm trying to think what happened. So I saw the box.
Yeah.
I saw I'm having a TV snack, and then like I looked at it and the box was empty. I was like, "Fucking kids!" And then I think this is what happened. Then I found the packet like from inside the box. Oh, there's a packet. Yes, and it was just like. And then I looked at it. And it was just an empty packet with a peg on it. Oh. And I was like, good. So it was like one of those double.
Yeah,
like,
you thought you
I was
had
like,
some.
TV snacks, yes. Oh, it's empty. Oh, there's the packet. It was woeful.
This episode has been all about the food that you haven't been able to consume.
That little double back reminds me of a story when Adele was a vet. They had a really irresponsible vet who worked there.
Yeah.
Real loose cannon.
Is this the Big Mac and Fries guy?
Nah, different guy. Same vet surgery, but and he would just be really terrible at giving bad news to families. And she said one time they brought this dog in, and there's the mum and dad and 2 kids. Took it out of the back, and it died. Like they couldn't. It got hit by a car. And he goes out and says, "Look, I'm really sorry. It's gone." And they goes, "Oh, hang on, wait." And they went back in, and it was fine.
It was actually fine.
Yeah, so basically he got misdiagnosed as dead. Then he goes back out to the thing. True story. He goes, "Look, sorry, false alarm, it's okay." He goes, "Oh, no, it's actually dead." So,
No way.
That's exactly like the TV snacks.
yeah. So he went back 3 times into the thing.
Oh.
The kids are crying, and then
then
he's
elation.
alive again. It's all fine. And then no, he's actually dead.
Exactly. Yes. Fuck.
It's like
Brutal.
I'm not sure if I've recommended this, but I would use this recommendation card. You know, we've talked about that
Yeah.
business
Yeah,
idea,
I've
haven't we?
talked about that,
I would use
yeah.
it on this. There's a show called Nathan For You, and it's this guy who he's just this really awkward, weird, kind of like Louis Theroux style guy, but it's like a documentary where he goes and helps business owners with their marketing and improve their business. He just has really weird ideas.
Yeah.
So he goes to a vet surgery and he does that. He's like, "Don't you have a problem with like people grieving in your waiting room when their pet dies?" So what we've got is this service. So he's saying, you should offer the service where you get a photo of it and I'll get someone to do some editing of the dog to make it look like it's talking, and it's going to talk to the kids and say, "It's all right, Timmy. I'm up in dog heaven now, and it's really great. They've got all these chew toys, and I love it, and I'm just so happy that it's... So he does that, and then you've seen that one, Ben?
Yeah.
Where it's like they do it, and the kids... They
actually do it
They
to
actually
kids.
do it. Like, it's a great show.
Yeah.
They do it, and they make the video of the dog for the kid
After it's died.
after it's died. And it's like, look, Jimmy, here's Sprinkle. And then, like, Sprinkle starts... he's like, oh, and Sprinkles, he's come from heaven. And then Sprinkle starts talking, and it's this really weird voice. Like, it's just adult male voice. And then the kid just starts crying. It's not Sprinkle's voice.
No.
But Nathan, for you, get onto it.
Oh, wow. Now, you've got up there, before we get into it, drummers you've been wrong about.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so...
He also said this is going to be a recurring segment.
yeah,
Drummers, I've been wrong about more than one.
For all the stablemates out there, Scott, you are a drummer. You have been for how long?
Since high school.
High school?
27 years, I don't know.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
So I've got 3 in mind.
Yeah.
Do I go all 3 now, or do I just
No,
do we do one of the
regular
or
segment.
we just
depending on how
one
good
per
your first
episode?
one-
Okay.
Okay.
So
Depends how interesting the first one is.
I reckon, if you ask me what the best, that's such a big question, isn't it?
I love when Ben puts his hand in his
One of the
face
best
in his
albums
Yeah,
in the world
best album.
ever.
Yeah.
The best, the most. What category? I'm not going to say like best band because I feel like Led Zeppelin I want to reserve as the best band ever,
Right.
but that's not what I'm going to say. I'm going to talk about Rage Against the Machine, specifically the self-titled album.
Right.
Does it get any better than that in terms of like powerful music?
Yeah.
No,
Are
it
you
does
asking
not.
it?
He's shaking his head.
No, it's
Ben is shaking his head.
It's pretty
It's
it
well
does not.
renowned as one of the best selling albums of all time.
Yeah, well, I've only really just got into the sound of that album and particularly the drums lately and his drumming. Like, I used to think Rage Against the Machine's drummer was a pretty standard drummer, like pretty straight,
Yeah.
pretty whatever. But listening to that album, that's who I'm going to say, the drummer that I've been wrong about, is the more I listen to that album and the sound of the drums,
Yeah.
it's just, it is really, really awesome.
It's interesting, like all those audiophile guys who spend like 100,000, 200,000 on speakers and cables and shit like that.
Yeah.
Listen to the classical music and stuff. They all use that album to test all those expensive gear.
awesome.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, it's like a
Yeah.
reference album.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal.
Yep, that's all.
That's
yeah.
Yeah. So you like him now?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I just appreciate his drumming. Did you actually know he tried out for Pearl Jam
Did he?
in the era after 10, so before Dave Ambrosisi got in?
Right.
So he tried out. They chose Dave instead.
Right.
But he tried out for that, and he didn't click with Jeff. Not personally, but more just the rhythm section wasn't really clicking.
Yeah, right.
And then he went on to Rage, and then rest
Big
is
things
history.
happen. Yeah.
Anyway.
Yep. I think if you want to run, jump, fuck, fight, push a barrel, ride a bike, you put on Rage Against the Machine. There you go. All right. Now we've got last episode or 2 episodes ago. You're a published author.
Look, we don't need to.
I've
So-
got
Yes, I am.
We've got it. Here it
I've
is
got it right here. Life,
by Scott Maynard.
a
Close
handy
up for the-
guide for
Close up
modern
for the-
living.
Is that a good shot, Ben?
Yeah.
Keep going, keep going.
Keep coming.
Keep
forward.
coming
A
forward.
handy guide for modern living, written by Scott Maynard. So some of the
So are we selling this now?
I forgot about this. Some of the quotes on the back from readers.
Yep.
We've got unmissable, the New York Times. There's literally gold in these pages from Carl Kraszelnicki.
That's Carl.
And then,
Oh, Dr. Carl.
Dr. Carl, yeah.
oh yeah, and then you've got I can't believe this is even a book by Chris Taylor.
All right. So what are you going to do? You're going to open up,
New segment. We're just going to do one life tip per episode.
and then you
from
get to
Scott.
explain it. Yeah.
And
You
it's
happy with
just a
that?
random
Look
one.
at that. Pick a rando.
So how much do you want to sell it for? If stablemates want a book, how many you got left? You got
I
some
don't know.
left?
I think that was the last one.
Oh, really?
We have to get a reprint.
Or do you get one about second edition?
We'll do a second edition and a reprint of that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because there's way more stuff now. Like, there's just...
Yeah, do you want to tell the origin story?
Well, times have changed. Yeah, so I made this list back in late teenagehood, I think. And then... Ben's got a hold of it somehow. I just send it to you. Like,
Yeah.
I just sent you a list.
repeatedly sent it to me.
There's that memory again. Yeah.
No. And it was a spreadsheet, wasn't it? Or no, it's a Word doc.
I think it's just a
full
Word doc or
of
something.
nuggets of gold.
Yeah,
And then for one Secret Santa, 1 year.
he put it together.
He turned it into a
turned
book.
it into a book.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Yeah.
And there it is. Yeah.
That's the second
Now,
best.
nuggets of gold is a
Secret
strong
Santa
term,
I've got.
I would argue, because
Nuggets
I've
of
just
gold.
read the two. So what we might do, there's one on each page.
Yep.
So what we might do is we might flip it open and we'll just read each page.
Okay.
Yep.
So we're doing 2 per episode.
right.
Now,
Are
nuggets
you
of
ready?
gold is a strong. Everyone knows who listens to this podcast. You've had 32, now 33 episodes of me hating this prick. And nuggets of gold is a strong term because there's just some fucking basic bullshit in this book. And this first page I've opened to is key. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Yes.
Tip number 1.
No, not number one. It's number.
Well, the tip
Random.
for
the
number
day.
1 for this podcast.
Yeah.
yeah.
To reduce the time required to boil water, fill the kettle or saucepan with hot tap water.
That's true.
Shit, fuckhead.
Well, this is but do you do it?
Yes.
Yes. All the
Well,
time.
if you wanted to,
Actually, at my house, it makes it take longer because
Okay.
you turn the tap on, take
Well,
ages for the hot water.
I'll tell you how to boost that to one more level. This is how mature I am now. I've taken it to another level because this is 20 years ago. That information.
Only
I've
put
got
the
a
amount of
new.
water in the kettle that you need.
No, so firstly, turn the while you're thinking about it and doing other stuff, get that tap on so it's bleeding the tap, so the hot water's coming out.
Yeah.
Then
But save the water.
put that in the kettle. Then boil that kettle. Then put that water into the saucepan. So don't put the hot water straight into the saucepan and then wait around like a fool for the element to do the
Yeah, I
rest.
always boil the kettle.
So you
pour that in
upgrade.
the
Each
saucepan.
step's an upgrade.
Yeah.
Right.
You know.
Yep, quite
Okay.
basic.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
But do you know?
Hope you're ready to be blown away by this.
I would
second one.
like Dr. Carl to comment on that because have you heard of the Mpemba effect?
No.
So this is the opposite. So okay, pop quiz for you. If you want to freeze ice, just say
freeze water.
Freeze water. Yeah. Just say you've got to cool your Coke down for your JD and Coke,
Yeah.
and you've forgotten the ice or whatever. What's the quickest way to make ice? Would it be put the coldest water you can find into the ice trays, and put that in the freezer? Right? Wrong.
Yeah, it's like
Wrong.
Isn't it room temperature water? Or...
They've shown studies, and it's called the Mpemba effect, where hot water can freeze quicker than cold water.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Oh.
freaking weird.
That is weird.
Yeah.
Look it up.
Okay.
Blown
Yeah.
away. Get ready to be blown away.
Oh,
Okay.
excited.
Okay, here we go. Tarps are good.
They are.
That's what it says. Tarps are good.
Oh, they are.
Tarps are good.
They are good.
Are they or are they not good? Well, my point is,
It's like saying cars are good.
Look, okay.
Like cars are handy for travelling places.
I
Tarps.
appreciate that I've got to spell it out for you, but what I was hoping the readers would read into would be get yourself a tarp and put it in your car. Like
Yeah.
a spare tarp, or just get yourself a tarp. Next place time you're at BCF or a $2 store, they've got a tarp. Just get a couple of tarps and just have them at home or in your car. They will not let you down.
Oh, that's
I'll
very
tell
good
you
point.
another thing I do like doing, which is in that realm, is camping chairs. You know
Yeah.
how they're kind of an annoying thing to store in your garage? They take up a fair bit of space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know where I keep those? I keep 2 in my boot at all times.
Yeah.
You can't be let down by that.
No.
It's just handy to fucking
I run
have
the
them.
$6 Bunnings chairs, and I have them
The green
in my boot
ones?
all the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're so much.
Yeah, they're so
They're
easy.
so much smaller and lighter
Yeah.
than the big ones, and I don't think the
Don't have to
comfort
worry about a
upgrade is
bag.
that. Yeah.
Hey, if you're spending $6 on
Yeah.
it, you know what you don't need? A protective bag.
Exactly.
Just buy a new one.
Yeah.
Buy a
exactly.
new one.
Yeah.
Put it on the fire.
Yep.
Like you did with your mother-in-law's patio furniture. Might have to beat that out. She's a stablemate. Speaking of stablemate, so we're doing stablemate questions?
Yeah,
Is that
why not?
next?
Yeah.
Stab your cues.
Yeah, stay
Are we up to that?
We're there, mate.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Can't wait for that segment every week.
Yeah, I know. Tarps are good. Tarps are
Fucking
good.
gold. Tarps are good. Write it down. All right. You ready?
Yes.
I'm opening
Hit
the
us.
list. I'm only asking you if you're ready because I wasn't. Okay. Stablemate Steve. What's on your algorithm right now?
Like Facebook and that.
Anything. It is funny
I've
how
got
it's different.
a lot
on
of
every
soccer
platform.
videos and a lot of drumming videos, and probably the most of all is Simpsons memes.
That one you
Nice.
sent
That
me
one,
the other day was
that's so
fucking
good.
gold. I've got a lot of golf videos happening. My lawn porn has slowed down.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
get the lawn porn anymore. I'm missing it. I like
Yeah.
watching people
Okay.
with the snip and shit.
Yeah.
I'm getting a lot of golf.
Mine's a lot of it at the moment's American sprint cars.
Yeah.
Like just flat out, like just sideways at like Knoxville and those ones. Ride on mower stuff.
Yeah.
Because I've had to keep fixing mine. I just do it myself.
So the fastest vehicles
What sort of
and the
stuff
slowest.
happened to you?
The fastest and the slowest vehicles.
My
What sort of
PTO cable.
Oh, the clutch, the PTO clutch.
The cable spring broke.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I have to. It turned up today, but I didn't have time to put it on. So.
Yep.
You two can talk about that later.
And what else is there? League stuff, I guess. So, and a lot of guitar stuff. As well.
I like
So-
it when old Origin stuff seeps in there. I love when that shit comes in.
This is why I don't get all the privacy stuff. Like, I want...
How does it
there might
work?
be an element of AI in there, but someone had to build the AI. But yeah, like...
You'll like that movie, The Interns, where Vince Vaughn and Owen
On the
Wilson go to
line.
Google as interns, and they don't even know it's called online. They're like, we'll put it on the line. That's you.
That's me.
That's you. Who builds the algorithm?
They're not as funny as me. But anyway.
Benji?
A lot of guitar. I try to keep sport off there because I always find it ruins all the results.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, if you don't watch because races take forever. If you don't watch the end of the race, like right now, I'm halfway through Monaco.
Yeah.
If as soon as I turn on Instagram, it's going to show me who the
It's
podium
who
is.
won it. Oh, you haven't seen the end.
Nah.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
Just to stand up for soccer a little bit, because I get a lot of soccer videos, and it's usually like really awesome goals, because soccer is a sport where the peak moment, it's a higher peak, but there's a lot of boring crap before
Yeah,
the
if
peak.
there
you know
was a
what I mean?
lot of those peaks, I'd be really interested.
Like in other sports, do you reckon there are like in basketball? What would you watch? Like, what would the videos be about basketball? Like a really good dunk or something?
Did you see
freeze
that
or-
one where Doncic passed it around his back off the
Oh,
ground,
yeah.
threw it to Irving, and then Irving threw the
like
alley-oop
like
to his
alley-oops and
teammate?
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was fucking awesome.
Yeah. And buzzer beaters.
I reckon.
I always see a lot of buzzer
I reckon
beater
those
ones.
soccer
Yeah.
moments feel better because it's a bit of a thank fucking God. All right, next one.
Yes.
Stablemate Kate. This is a good one. Scooter. I reckon Scooter will have something here. What do you think would make a good reality show?
That's interesting.
I reckon fucking just Scoot with his fucking food woes. Like watching Scoot go
Reality
into
show.
a KFC and be bitterly disappointed.
Reality show.
What would make a
Yeah.
good
Oh,
reality
I
show?
talk to Zach about this all the time. Like our car trips to school, when I drive Zach to school, I'm always
Yeah.
telling him, this could be a show. This is the show.
Oh,
Well,
that's
I'll
the
give
show.
you-
This is
Yeah.
the show. You know, we're doing the show now.
Dad and Zach.
Yeah,
in
Dad
the
and
car.
Zach, yeah.
I'll give you another part of it because Kate sent in 2 questions. What reality show would you most like to be on?
Existing one, yeah.
Naked and afraid.
Oh, Jesus. I can't even go camping with clothes and a tent. I fucking hate that.
I'd get harpooned by Greenpeace if I did that.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, fuck.
Well, so what reality shows? I'd hate to be on MasterChef because it looks really stressful.
Yeah.
That's still a show.
I've
know.
always said
I
to
don't-
this guy, I've always said to Leggy, I'd love for us two to go on The Amazing Race.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And hearing
I find
your
that
fear
stressful.
of flying now,
Oh,
I'm
no,
probably not.
I'd be fine.
I
I'd be
also
fine.
have turned a corner now where I watched that show with my kids, and now I'm just like, I could not be fucked doing all that now. I couldn't
Yeah.
be fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah, anything where it's stressful, I wouldn't, like The Amazing Race or the Master Food.
Imagine you on
Whose,
Big Brother.
whose birthday party we did the Amazing Race for? Was that
Sally.
That
Sally?
was Estad, yeah.
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 Estad.
Yeah. And we won that.
We
We,
won
killed
that.
it.
We
Yeah.
fucking smashed
Yeah.
it. But that was only because I think we were the only people taking it seriously and
Yeah.
being over the top competitive.
Doing 90 in the 60 zone.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
I
had
think-
that young
well,
kid with us. And,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
oh, God.
You
But
know,
at the
Leggy,
end of
he
it,
drives
he
very well.
was like, that leggy drives very fast. I did the accent.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd like to maybe be on The Bachelor, as The Bachelor.
Would you?
Yeah.
Would Erin be okay with that?
Or just so you'd have a bunch
This is
of
in a
girls
parallel
swooning
world.
over.
Oh,
where
apparently.
it's all- you know.
The
It'd
other
be the first
simulation.
ever Bachelor where they walk in, they go, I'll leave it.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'd love to do it.
What about
and-
fuckhead wants a wife?
Yeah. I don't know. I just like to do it in a way where it's not being taken serious. Like if for some reason I was
Yeah.
desirable, like just say like I was Kerry Packer, not Kerry. He's not desirable. But like James Packer. Like
Yeah.
Why'd
Like,
you pick
just-
him?
they like
It's
me,
the money.
but then I'd like to just like play with them. I didn't mean to say that. I meant
with Pappy.
no, start again. I'd like to be there, not taking it seriously, while everyone
Right.
else is taking it seriously.
Ah, okay. Yeah. That should be weird, wouldn't
Ben?
it? That'd be, yeah, I don't know.
I reckon. I'm excited to see what the future it holds.
What the what's up?
The future holds for reality show. Like we've done everything now,
Yeah.
so I'd like to see. Like it's going to go down a slippery slope where people are going to be willing to do whatever for money.
Yeah.
Some of those Japanese ones.
Oh yeah, they're out.
Oh,
out
yeah,
of
they're
control.
fucking crazy.
I want
Yeah.
to see like Big Brother, but someone's got a crossbow.
So it's like crossed with that movie. Fuck, what's that movie where the tributes all go in and it's the last person standing?
I don't know.
No,
Oh, what's that movie?
Oh, the one with Jennifer Lawrence in it.
Yeah. What's that?
Hunger
Hey,
Games.
Oh,
yeah, Hunger Games.
Games.
So it's like Hunger Games crossed with Big Brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, like somewhere that they're really willing to amp it up. You get
Yeah.
$1 million, but you might get shot in the thigh.
Didn't they do one with,
It's very Squid Games.
was it 24-hour Le Mans, was it? And they got all the E-races.
Oh, no, I don't remember.
All the people that, I think it was based on a true story, where they were the champions of computer racing cars,
yeah.
and then they got them to actually go and get tested for driving real cars,
Yeah.
and then they put them in a team
Yeah.
in a real car.
Oh, okay.
And it was a reality TV show.
Oh,
Yeah.
What about a reality TV show like Extreme Sleeping? And it's just it's like watching someone have a sleep.
Jesus.
If you're into that,
Well, the thing is, like, some of these TikTok live channels now, they do that.
Yeah.
Like, people will watch people sleep.
really?
And then you can pay to wake them up and
Have,
shit like
have
that.
they got some thing you send a certain message?
You send a thing and then they press a button and it just sends a siren off and shit like that and it wakes them up. It's fake.
That's pretty good.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, how much time we got, Ben?
One more.
All right. Here's one. This one's for Leggy and Ben.
Oh,
What is the superior? This is from Stablemate Richo.
Richo.
What is the superior motorsport? Drag racing, NASCAR, V8 supercars, F1 superbikes, or other?
Definitely
And I
not.
think other is sprint cars.
Well, 'cause
Definitely
I-
not NASCAR.
Yeah, well, I used to race in the speedway, and it was a liter sprint car, and it was fun and expensive and that. I liked the V8s and the sprint cars, and the methanol smell. And the speedway, you can see the whole race.
Yeah, true, yeah. I
And-
like the dirt being flung as
Yeah,
well.
yeah. It's
Was that,
it's an experience and it's good. I don't know. That's a tough one.
Demolition
I enjoy the
Derby was
Formula
one,
One, watching that.
Do you find the Formula One too short? How long's a race take, Ben?
2 hours.
is that all?
Yeah, they're over. They feel like they're over real quick.
I guess I like that in that you could watch it in a sitting
Yeah.
Yeah.
compared to. But I do like Bathurst. Like you
I
can just
love
check in on
Bathurst.
it and
Yeah.
You know what I like about Bathurst is you can just commit a whole fucking day to that, and it's
Yeah.
only once a year, so it's not every.
I remember the
fucking-
year that I think it was Josh's soccer team. Josh was in under sixes and his coach. I think you know the guy, Ben.
I do.
Yeah. And he was the coach, and the team to say thank you, which often happens. Like, okay, we organise a barbecue, like a thing to say thank you to the coach and give him his presents and all that stuff. So they organised it all and then put it in the chat group. And he's like, "Oh, actually, I'll give it a miss. I'm watching Bathurst today." So
on the day off.
on the day of his thing. And then, so we're all there celebrating him.
And he's not there.
That's great.
Oh, yeah, I do love Bathurst too. It's one of my favourites.
Yeah, I
but-
like that you can just
Yeah.
rub out a day and just sit and just commit the whole day to it. It's
Yeah. You'd have your F1?
Yeah, I mean, from a technical point of view, every year they build those cars from the bolts. They like laser cut all the bolts from scratch
Yeah.
for
Really?
every car. Yeah, every year redesign it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I mean, it is a 2-hour race, but you have the Friday and the Saturday and the Saturday. Like it's a big
Practice
build-up.
and all that. Yeah.
Practice qualifying and all
Qualifying,
that. And now
yeah.
they're doing sprints as well. So on the Saturday they'll do a short race,
Yep.
like maybe a 40-minute race on the Saturday.
Yeah.
I
Well,
watched a lot of the build up to that Las Vegas race, first race in Vegas ever,
Yeah.
and they took 6 months to get that shit
6
ready.
months?
Yeah, 6 months to get that ready.
6
Like-
1-month
Like
increments.
they tore down trees on the strip in front of the Bellagio fountains. They built
Jeez.
stands in the fountains, all that
Yeah.
kind of shit. It took 6 months to get ready for a 2-hour race. I couldn't believe when it was over because I watched that one
Yeah.
and I thought, fucking hell, it's over
They
already.
fucked that manhole, didn't they?
oh, there's, yeah, they had heaps of
Yeah,
problems
that
in the
was
streets.
wild.
Yeah.
What happened to the Indy? Why isn't that? Because that was a
still
massive tourist thing.
Oh, it's still going in America.
No, like in a Gold Coast.
Yeah, they
What?
canned it.
Whose decision
years
was that?
ago.
Was it Gold Coast decision, or was that
I'm
like
not sure.
they lost it because they something?
Yeah, I'm not sure what
'Cause
happened.
that was,
there.
I remember that was massive. Like in uni, people go down for indie, and it would just
Yeah.
be like
Yeah, they still
people
have
on
the
balconies,
supercars down
just
there. Oh,
Getting their tops
just-
off.
yeah.
Yeah, well, I was
That's what
leaving
you
that
were going to
unsaid.
say. Getting their tops off.
we went down one year, me and Golly, and we had a unit. You could see, and then we at the end after the race, one of the it's changed now, but everyone was throwing the toilet rolls out of the windows down this whole building. Like everyone just started doing it out of the windows. And this chick was walking with this. I'll never forget it. Wow, walking with this white dress with her boyfriend, and he just steps back and starts clapping, and everyone's going, "What's going on here?" She just took everything off in the middle of and nothing underneath, and just kept walking with a dress over a thing like this, and walking along the ground. We're going, "Holy fuck, that's crazy!"
Quite confident.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. So yeah,
Okay, then.
good stuff, old Indy. Yeah, I think they've stopped a lot of it now. You might get the odd one on the balcony. Yeah, but
Yeah, I think
not
they cracked
back
down.
down.
pretty
Who's
heavily
cracking down
it.
on it?
The cops.
Everyone.
What?
Yeah.
In your private balcony, you can't do that.
No.
Why is that a law? Like honestly, 'cause there's kids around.
Come, mate.
So what? They all came out of like, why is that? Why is this a problem? The only thing I'll give it is these rules is that I guess it makes it better when it happens because like it's not a normal thing. Like if we were all walking around naked, it
get
wouldn't be
bored
as
of it real
exciting
quick,
when
yeah.
people
Yeah.
were naked.
Yeah.
So I guess from that point of view, I'm okay with it. But why has society just made that?
I don't know. Calm down, though.
It's the white crowd. It's the vaccine.
It's AstraZeneca.
No one wants to see tits anymore. Yeah. All right, that's
All
it.
right, we're done.
Excellent. All right, we'll see you
Fucking
again
hell,
for
that was a wild
episode
ride.
34, which will be Fishy B.
Okay.
All right, see you soon.
See ya.
Can we talk about that?
Fucking shut down.